Previously on Running the Wing.
Somebody's going to Houston.
McCollum would be great.
Yeah, somebody's going.
CJ McCollum in Houston would be a move. That's not good. When
No.
your star player is essentially giving
The liability.
no offense.
Yeah.
But again, look at the NBA in its entirety. I could point to your squad. Does Luka play defense? I'm just saying, like,
No, he
is he a good defensive player?
No, he doesn't.
So he's a bigger player giving you the same thing that a Trae Young gives, which is mainly just his offense. All right, man. Running the wing in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP.
Man, what's good with you?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. I miss being on the show, man. Just balancing schedules, man. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Record. What did we miss? A week or was it 2?
Oh, we missed a couple. I think
2 weeks.
Yeah, we missed 2 weeks.
All right, man. We back in the building. We back at it.
Absolutely.
Life is life, and
yeah,
so let's go on ahead and get to it, man.
Man, so you said let's talk about it, right?
Let's talk about it.
Man, let's talk about this, man. Put some respect on Jaylen Brown.
Respect or spec or respect? Which one? All three of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For the grammarians, I put respect.
Man, listen. We were talking about the Celtics not even being competitive with, Jason Tatum being out.
Yes.
And boy, oh boy.
What add more to that? Jrue Holiday shipped, traded.
Yeah, Jrue Holiday traded.
Kristaps Porzingis.
It had to make Porzingis going. It had the makings of not a rebuild, but a relax until Tatum is back.
Potentially a down year that could have allowed for them to bring in a nice young piece in college to help rebuild that roster.
True.
Going forward.
True. But man, if we already have the argument of 1A, 1B with Tatum and Brown, how would that be if they got like a high? Let's say they ended up getting like 1 to 3. If this was a tank year, like you use that pick for the best available, or do you use it for who fits our team?
That's a really good question. There's something else I want to talk about, so I want to watch the way I answer it.
Okay. All right.
Because I guess the first thing I'm thinking is like, does the best available, they may not necessarily develop if they're playing the same position as Tatum and Brown.
Okay. And I know we're not going to go deep into the draft talking stuff, but if we're talking about DeBonsta or what?
No, he falls under the position that they fall in.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, do you or Darren Peterson?
I'm taking him.
I think he's the best.
Yeah, I'm taking you.
But he's not necessarily a PG though.
We're gonna figure it out.
Oh, okay.
We gonna. I think he's good enough to play there, and you already have Derek White. So I'm taking him. You got Derek White, you got Peyton Pritchard. We gonna figure this thing out.
Somebody got to go.
No, I understand that.
Yeah,
They just can't. They're not gonna go right away because we got to let this guy develop. So it's
I
gonna
think he comes in ready to play.
that's yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably arguably has the most refined offensive game out of all of the prospects.
Another guy I didn't mention was they also have Anthony Simons.
Somebody's got to go.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. Like you,
I'm taking him. I'm taking Peter.
okay. I just asked because
Yeah.
then in that case, it's almost like you are the tank would be for not if you say, "Oh man, we're gonna trade down." Like we'll give this pick away and trade down because we don't need any of these players who are going in the top 3.
I'm not saying that they're trying to tank. I'm saying based on the circumstances.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
talking
Okay. Yeah.
like if this had been a tank year.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown then already said, "Put that shit to bed."
Oh, absolutely.
Like they are what were they, number 2?
Second in the East.
Behind Detroit?
And they're playing them tonight.
D-Rouse in the building. D-Rouse was good. Hey, D-Rouse, you been in hiding, bruh.
Oh, my
You
bad.
been in hiding, bruh.
And my bad. They're not playing Detroit tonight. Denver is. My fault. I had to
D-Rouse, I ain't seen you since
the 49ers
49ers got bumped.
playing. Since the 49ers was playing for something.
Oh, L Bracket Productions in the building. All right. Well, we gonna listen. I ain't trying to catch contact, but we gonna kick it with you while you at that lounge, man. D. Rouse said best fit with them two on the team. You got to go big. Well, we'd have to look at the bigs that's available, and then if you but that's what I'm saying. D. Rouse, if you say just go best available, you're gonna take a big, but that big isn't necessarily a 1 through 3 talent, right? And you pass on, let's say in this case, we were saying Darren Peterson, and then he goes on to have like a ridiculous career.
I'm not passing on him. I am not passing on him.
Okay, well,
he's can't miss.
But I mean, we kind of going off and talking about the prospects. Let's get back to putting respect on Jaylen Brown's name.
Yeah, okay. So my thing with Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
In 2023, it was the memes about and the jokes about him not being able to go left. He had messed up his left hand, and he was. It was Caleb Martin that was noticeably forcing him left in that series against the Miami Heat, in which the Miami Heat, I believe, beat. Did the Miami Heat beat him
last year?
No. In 2023.
Butler's last year.
Yes, I think it was 2 years ago. No, Butler's last year was last year. It was 2 years ago. Well, anyhow, they played in 2023. He was a meme. He was a joke. He couldn't go left. Only to come back in 2024, Boston win the championship. Him being the MVP of the finals MVP, only to then be snubbed by USA Basketball, and they take 3 players from his championship team, him not being one of them. And it just seemed like him constantly being, second fiddle to Jason Tatum. So now you have a situation where Jason Tatum goes out. The franchise, Brown becomes the face of the franchise. You lose one of my favorite Celtics in Luke Kornet. Had to throw it in.
Shout out to Luke Kornet.
You lose Porzingis,
who was effective with the Spurs.
You lose Horford.
Mm-hmm.
You lose, a lot of your core pieces. You get some new pieces in there, and all they do is win, 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 no matter what. This man is averaging almost 30
Jaylen
points.
Brown,
Yeah,
29.6
yeah.
points, 6.8 rebounds, 4.9 assists.
And he's shooting like 48% from the field.
So you might as well say 37 and 5, basically.
Yeah, and he's shooting like close to 50,
almost 50%.
Yeah, almost
48.3
from the field. So
yeah,
this is a situation where he is the focal point of the offense. So defenses are keying in to stop him, and he's scoring and he's efficient and his team is winning.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean he's cooking, man. He's cooking. And I was telling you earlier that I saw footage of Jason Tatum working out, going through drills, and he looks, like he's gearing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is, crazy injury, but the regimen that they put these players on and the rehab and all that stuff, it just turns over quicker than it used to, and even that injury and Achilles tear, back in the day was a career ending, not just a season ending.
Yeah.
But anyway, he looked like he's gearing up, like, it could be a late season push for him to come back. I was wondering if he would, if they were just terrible, I think he would have done a Lillard, like just sit out the entire season, come back next season. But now I'm thinking if they stay in this, 1 to 3 range as far as seeding goes and they're competitive, do you see Tatum coming back?
I do, but I wouldn't want him to. I wouldn't want him to because he didn't have a preseason to really gear up. He's been working on his own, but it's different from practice and one-on-one drills and practice and doing that to then getting in the game and playing against other competition. Then it kind of throws the chemistry off.
Yeah.
You're cutting into minutes, he's not going to come in trying to take a back seat and saying, I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to rebound. I'm going to make the right pass.
Yeah.
He's coming in gunning.
Well, I mean, players have egos, especially number 1 guys.
Yeah.
And as you see, and I'm not saying that there's jealousy between the two, but you see Brown is flourishing, and I'm pretty sure those other players that are getting opportunities and the young guys getting opportunities, that they're gelling together, they're building camaraderie and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
And Tatum's not in the mix. Well, behind the scenes he might be, but not on the actual floor playing the game. Like,
yeah,
but he's the man. When he comes back, it's like you gotta sit your ass down. Whoever was playing and getting those minutes, you ain't getting them no more, right?
Tatum's son Deuce is getting restless. He ain't in the post game interview, all in the camera.
Oh shit! Nah, but and D. Rouse says those two are the core of the Celtics, though. Got to build around them unless you're gonna blow it up. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of, we were wondering, was one of them gonna get traded?
Second aprons are gonna force teams to blow it up more than what they had to do in the past.
Yeah.
And you got 2 players there. I believe they both have $300 million contracts.
Over.
Yeah. So if I'm Boston and I'm looking at this, damn, I can't think of the guy's name. The GM.
Brad
Yeah, Brad Stevens. If I'm Brad Stevens, I am looking at this and I'm saying, okay, we're number 2 without Jason Tatum. Let's prolong this and let's see how we finish this year without you. And I'm looking because I don't know, man. Maybe we explore in the next 2 years a situation of trading Jason Tatum to cut back on the salary.
Yeah, because he signed in total, it's a $315 million contract. So you got over $500 million tied up between
players.
two players.
Yeah. So I'm trying to hold them out, man, because I'm this like yeah, I hate to sound cutthroat, man, because I'm like really pro player. But in this situation with the way that they have the second apron, it makes it really, really hard and really, really difficult for GMs and owners to be loyal to players once they get hurt. Because the show continues to go on, and if your money is tied into a player for X amount of years, but you're producing more without that player, it's like you got to make a tough decision.
Yeah, no, you do. And yeah, I mean, penalties come along with that second apron. There's some restrictions on roster moves that you can make and stuff like that. So, you got to figure it out. And that's a hard cap. Pause.
Yes.
Like you can't really get around that. Once you get past that, now you're in danger zone.
Yeah, I think it affects your draft picks.
Yeah, it's and you also can't sign I think vets to certain.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That was a
Salary cap is projected to be 154.6 million, and a luxury tax is projected to be 187.9 million, and this is for the 2025 season. This was the projection.
Yeah.
And that was according to ESPN. So the first apron is set for, which the first apron is a hard cap that's above the luxury tax line. So in this case, the luxury tax line I just said was 187.9 in millions.
Yeah.
So the first apron is set for 195.9 million.
Which you can go over the first apron. You just got to pay the luxury tax.
Well, I mean, once you go over that, signing trades aren't permitted if the player is acquired.
Yeah.
It keeps the team, if the player acquired, keeps the team above the apron. So once you make the moves, you can't do a sign and trade if the new player you're trying to bring in is still going to keep you above the apron.
So yeah, a situation like, let's say LeBron goes free agency in the off season, and instead of just letting him walk, the Lakers want to do a sign and trade to whatever team he's going to. If they're over the first apron, they can't do that.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Makes sense.
Okay. And you cannot sign players who were waived during the regular season if their salary was above 12.2 million mid-level exception. See, that's where that stuff comes in with the mid-level exception.
Yeah. So you got a situation like, let's say a Russell Westbrook gets axed from Sacramento. He's over 12.9 million a year. Can't sign him.
Yep.
You're over that first. Okay.
Yep. You can't.
Okay.
And then salary matching in trades has to be within 110% instead of 125% of the teams in good standing get. So
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dang.
So you can't even move and shake with the salary matching.
Hard. It becomes hard to trade for stars.
It does. It does.
Like,
and even with that, like, so like, let's take the Rockets, for instance. They were in a tricky situation. You keep saying they need a point guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have Van Vliet, who got injured.
Yes.
I think he's making 25 million.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then you use the disabled player exception.
So which is half his salary now, right?
Half of his salary. So you're looking at 12.5, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to bring somebody in, it has to be for that 12.5, they're already close to the first apron.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
So you'd have to see if the 12.5 takes you above the first. What if it takes you above the first apron?
Ooh.
You got to cut somebody.
Yeah.
Got to release some, you know what I mean? Or you got to trade somebody. Something. Like you can't just, so that exception doesn't allow you to just bring a player over. It doesn't add an extra roster spot. It just gives you maneuverability because you have an injured player.
Which makes me wonder more and more why the Rockets wouldn't have went after Russell Westbrook in the offseason. Was that a Kevin Durant thing? Like, no.
I don't know.
Because he's under salary. He might be playing for $1 million this year.
Yeah.
Which is a steal for
Yeah,
whoever has him.
Man, Russell Westbrook is still effective.
He is. It's still.
He's durable.
Yes.
Like, he plays hard. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not a player in the NBA that plays harder than him.
Yeah, and while we saying put some respect on Jaylen Brown's name, like, yeah, put some respect on Russell Westbrook. Like,
yeah,
I mean, and we were even saying stuff before about, man, how would it be playing with Russell Westbrook when he's your point and
be frustrating. It'd be frustrating.
I don't know if it would be now, man. Like
no. I'm talking about early Russell.
Yeah,
in the early days when Russell's going for 30.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're one of those dudes, like, give me the rock, give me the rock.
Come on, Russell.
Yeah.
One time. So one more time, baby.
But he's a walking triple double. Like, so you gotta look at players like that with longevity like that, still doing it at a high level. It's crazy to see when they're out on the market, just nobody wants to pick them up. And the thing with Russell Westbrook is he has shown a level of how would I say, like,
humility.
Yes. From a former MVP.
Yeah.
And he is willing to come off the bench.
Yes.
He's willing to be a team player. I say the Clippers, of the many mistakes that have been made, that was one of them to me. They shouldn't have let Russell Westbrook go. So, but
I agree.
Yeah, but anyway, that's another.
What's the dude's name? Chris Dunn. It was a trade for Chris Dunn. That's what brought Chris Dunn to the Clippers. Russell Westbrook Mansa Musa'd the triple double. Remember the story? I don't know if you know the story. Mansa Musa had so much gold, he went on the pilgrimage, giving away the gold, and basically devalued gold. That's what Russell Westbrook did that with the triple double, to where people were like, this shit again. Because he averaged triple double for 2 straight seasons. So
he normalized it.
Yes. And to the point to where now
it's not normal.
Now Nikola Jokic is doing it, and it's like, I think it's talked about a little bit more with Nikola Jokic than it is with Westbrook.
What, the triple doubles?
Yeah. I think they give him a little bit more leeway.
It does seem that way. I mean, and then it's like, I don't know. It just seems
when you look at some of them, you like, this is so damn.
But I'm saying, if you look at his triple doubles and you're giving him credit for it, and then you got Westbrook's, like, what does that mean? So Russell Westbrook is just not a media favorite, a fan favorite, like, it's telling, man.
It's the international pass.
And I was gonna say that's a whole nother story. You pushing the international line too. The NBA wants to go global. There is an agenda.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, shout out to Jaylen Brown and the Celtics, man.
Put some respect on his name. What can Brown do for you?
He's got ups.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's cooking, man. Shout out to him. And he should be in the MVP talk. Like, his name should be in that seriously in the MVP talk. And if he doesn't get it, or doesn't get the recognition. I'm not saying the award. I don't know how the season's going to shake up, but if he doesn't get the recognition and like the buzz behind it, like be a legitimate candidate for it, it's some BS.
I think he gets all NBA first team, and I think that's where the buck stops.
Okay. Yeah.
But speaking of players and speaking of stars, let's talk about stars and the development of the young teammates. And this comes off of the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, right? Nikola Jokic has been out since December 27th or 29th. He's missed the last 14 games. It'll be 15 today. In his absence, Denver is 9-5, right? They're 9-5. They're tied for second in the West with the San Antonio Spurs. And so, you look at player in development, what are they doing? Murray's averaging like 27 in his absence. He was averaging 25 before. So that's not really a big difference. But I want to go to my one guy, Peyton Watson.
Okay.
Right? Peyton Watson, excuse me, if you heard that. Peyton Watson since December, or I say since January. Since January has been averaging 23 points a game. Peyton, he's been lights out. So in the month of January, he's averaging 23 points. He's shooting 51%. He's shooting 48% from three. While he's playing with Nikola Jokic, he was only averaging 10 points. He, was playing pedestrian. I won't even say pedestrian. I'll say he was middle of the pack. It was sometimes I was kind of wondering, like, is Peyton Watson gonna pan out?
Well, he wasn't the focal point and won't be the focal point when they're at full strength. They played, and I have to bring this up while we're talking about them. They played the Bucks on Prime the other night with reserves.
The Giannis-less Bucks?
And it wasn't Giannis-less.
Oh, okay. They had Giannis. Okay.
Giannis was there, and the Bucks, the Bucks were getting smacked. And it was like you had this game on a prime time event is being streamed on Prime, and this, you don't even have, I'm sure it was when they planned it, they were expecting all of the players to be there. But you're playing with all reserves on the side of Denver, and the Bucks are still getting smacked. Like it was terrible. It was almost like a call came in because the Bucks made a late charge, but then it was Giannis-less in the last like 4 or 5 minutes because he had the calf strain, which now he's out.
Yeah.
But my point, part of my point is those players are getting more opportunity. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. was a key factor in that game, but when everybody is there and they're at full strength, he's not going to be a centerpiece. So Watson also, he's not going to be a centerpiece. He has to, get in where he fits in. But this is an opportunity, and what do? Players, they either capitalize on it or they don't, and he's capitalizing.
I just look at it like, and what you're saying, I love that you're putting
What's good, Bong in the building. He said the Denver reserves play well. Well, they do, but you would expect a team that has, that's led by Giannis, and they were missing some people. Kevin Porter Jr. is out, but I mean, Giannis is there. Porter, Portis was there. No, yes, Portis. Miles Turner. Like when you start looking at their roster, it's like, why have you guys only won 18 games or something like that?
DP, Kevin Porter played in that game.
No, he didn't.
You're talking about the recent game where they lost 108 to 104.
Porter was out.
Oh.
I thought Porter was out.
No, he was 4 for 17.
Okay. I thought for sure Porter was out.
Porter's Cole Anthony was out.
Yeah, and I thought Porter was in street clothes. Let me look at that. But yeah, I mean, my point again, Bong, to what you're saying, the reserves play well, but the Bucks, I don't know what's going on with the Bucks.
The buck stops here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The reserves play well. It's just like when I saw Peyton Watson in last year's playoffs, right? And he's spread on the perimeter and he's in a situation where he's defending or he's got to just be a catch and shoot guy. He wasn't effective. He was effective as a defender and he's active as a defender. He does that well. But now you're starting to see a little bit more in him and you're seeing him able to play through the misses. Whereas, when you have these stars, they don't give the young player a long leash to make mistakes because they're in a we got to win right now type of mentality. I look at that with him. I look at that in a situation with like a LeBron James with the Lakers. It becomes tough for the young guys to really carve out a role other than being a hustle guy defensively and a floor spacer that catches and shoots with a guy like LeBron, because LeBron is in win right now. Whereas you look at these players that are superstars, they had a chance to go through the bumps, the bruises, the growing pains of learning how to play, sometimes getting meaningless stats because the stats didn't always translate to victory in their process of learning how to win and become dominant players and winning programs. Like you look at LeBron when he first got to the league. LeBron played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a franchise player in Ricky Davis. And right before the trade deadline, they got Ricky Davis ass up out of there so that LeBron James' growth wasn't stifled and he was able to turn in who he is right now. So, people like you look at the franchises, they're real selective on when they do it or when they hold on to the star too long and the younger players don't develop under them. I mean, God rest his soul, Kobe. The young players weren't necessarily developing and taking off under Kobe. Andrew Bynum, I'll give Andrew Bynum, he did. But for the most part, the young guys weren't taking off under him.
Yeah, and I mean that's been the Lakers. You can argue that they're not necessarily the team that develops players.
They hold on to that star.
It's a case by case situation as far as teams who actually develop players, because the Lakers are just bringing in stars and then they build around them. I mean, that's almost like the same thing we were talking about with Golden State, where you could look at that situation too and say Jonathan Kuminga is not getting an opportunity to really develop there. Because they are still playing their core and building around their core, which, I mean, even though they let part of it go when they traded Klay Thompson, the idea though still is they are built around what's going on with Steph Curry and any ancillary pieces that step in, get in where they fit in, and it's not necessarily developing their skills to be like this player who's going to take over once Curry is done, right? You were talking about your boy there out of UCLA,
Kevon Looney.
And how he had game and shit, you going
I think he still has game, but yeah.
Yeah, but you go and you look at his high school stuff in his
Oh
younger days, he's
gosh.
looking like he might be some sort of a Kevin Durant type player. Not saying
Yeah,
that he would be Kevin Durant, but he's displaying ball handling, shooting, you know, bringing the ball up court, post,
absolutely.
athleticism, all that kind of stuff. Like he was showing it. Um, did he do that with Golden State?
No.
And that happens a lot of times where a player comes into the league and you're like, damn, in college they were nice. And then when you get to the league, it's a job now. And it's like, this isn't necessarily what we need you to do. If you want to keep your job, you can get your ass over there and do what I'm asking you to do. So, I mean, that's happening with a lot of young players.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's nothing new.
It isn't. It isn't. It's just the NBA kind of picks and chooses though when they want to, I guess in a sense, say goodbye to the star to where the star doesn't have any more power, a la Russell Westbrook.
Is it the NBA or is it the teams?
It's the NBA because I remember when they did it with Allen Iverson. And it was the whispers. It was like Allen Iverson's a step slower. He ain't the same AI he used to be. And it's like, what? Like he's still averaging 25 in Denver. And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, he's out of Denver. He's going to Detroit and he can't even get the number 3 because second-year player Rodney Stuckey's in number 3. Like I'm
Yeah.
not and Joe
But
Dumars
but
got
it but that's what I'm saying. Like he was in Denver still cooking, right?
yeah.
When you go to the Pistons, the respect factor, that's that particular team. Hey, Pistons, you can't give him number 3. You can't, you know, start him. Like is that's what I'm saying. Is that a NBA thing or is it a
Well, I started with the Pistons, but then he went to the Grizzlies. Lionel Hollins bought him off the bench. It
yeah.
was like it just became a thing now,
I
like
I think I would say after Denver, I think it became an NBA thing,
that's yeah.
maybe.
Yes.
Because then it's like, limited opportunities and stuff like that. But then I guess I can see what you mean where you're saying they pick and choose when they want to move on from a player, but
D
mm,
yeah, I mean, we're look, man, we're starting to see it with LeBron. We're
yeah, I mean,
it's
live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
it's like they're starting to move off of him. Yeah,
Uh,
I see you. Yeah, I
Bong
see you,
said they
Bron.
tried to do it to Kobe after Colorado.
Man, yeah, as Dave Chappelle said, Kobe Bryant was on the court trying to beat that case.
Yeah. Yeah, but Kobe is an anomaly. Like he had a different type of drive.
Yeah,
And
his
then you add that on top of it, like now it's just ridiculous. So you're not going to have somebody defying the system like he did.
we you know, what Kobe was doing was crazy because he was flying to court in Colorado and then flying back to games the same day and going off. Nobody plays the same day they travel because you're jet lagged, your
Mhm.
legs, you got swelling, you got
Mhm.
all these different things going on. The lactic
Yeah.
acid buildup, you got all this.
Yeah.
Kobe was flying to and from places and still giving people 30, 40,
Yeah,
50.
it's
Like,
different, man.
yeah, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
Like, boy, what a time.
Yeah. And I mean, he was treating basketball as a passion and not just a job,
Yeah.
you know? So there's a lot of players who it's a job. They got to that point. They getting that bread. They play in the games. They do what they gotta do, and keep it pushing. Like that. That wasn't him. So that is different. And Iverson also, like, I'm not gonna say you go to you talking about practice and stuff and all of that stuff. People, I'm pretty sure somebody is listening in on this conversation. They'll say, how hard Kobe Bryant worked, but then Iverson talked about practice. Well, Iverson went hard when he played,
Oh, he
like
did.
1,000%,
Didn't
right?
take games off, man.
Right. So he's also different. He was different.
Was devoted. I mean, my man was on the sideline one game like, "Look, I ain't got time to get the hair braided somewhere else. I'm gonna do this shit now."
Fix it. Get this done. I'm trying to
Come
get in
and
this
braid
game.
my hair.
Braid my hair. Go on and braid my hair.
Oh, you done flipped it. You know,
No, that was a different song, man.
no, that's what I know. I said, yeah, you flipped it.
Nah, but
Scotty boy in the building, man.
what's good, Scotty boy? What's good? L Brackett must have start
He's snoozing.
puffing on live.
Yeah, he's snoozing now, man. He's
L
on cloud
Brackett
nine
said,
for
"Man,
real.
I'm in the midst of all these clouds."
Scotty boy said, "What we talking about?"
Um, we're talking about the development of stars. Stars and the development of young teammates. So, like Kevin KP gave the example of Giannis. I'm not Giannis, but
Jokic.
Jokic
And what
with
the
Peyton
young players
Watkins.
are doing right now in his absence, like a Peyton Watson and some of those young guys.
Yeah,
It was the thing with Trae Young. Trae Young's injury essentially got him traded.
man. And I was when we were talking earlier, I said, man, oh man. And I won't say that it's a bad look for Trae Young, because I don't think that's the case. But when you see players start to develop once they move on from you,
Yeah,
like Dyson Daniels in the
tough.
case of
It's
Atlanta,
it's
then it's like,
bittersweet.
well, bittersweet for the player who they move on from, but
Yes.
you're looking at Dyson Daniels, it's just sweet.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Like,
Trae Young, I'm like, he would probably cool. So it's it's love there. Like, man, I'm glad he's doing good. But shit, damn, I didn't know you had all that.
yeah, he's and I mean and I'm tripping.
You talking about
Jalen Johnson is
yeah, you
who
talking
I'm
about Jalen.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson is who I'm talking about. Who now everybody is saying, I didn't know you had that in your bag, and basically saying he is a walking triple double, or triple double waiting to happen. 23 points per game, 10.4 rebounds, 7.9 assists. Those are numbers.
At 6'8", 6'8", 6'9", athletic.
Yeah.
His brother played for UCLA last year, transferred from USC.
Okay.
Kobe Johnson. I don't know if you remember that name.
Kind of was he the one who was getting booed?
Yes, that was him.
I remember.
Yeah, that's his brother.
Because when I went to see them when Bronny was at SC, he was actually cooking.
Yes.
Yeah, he was actually cooking. His brother, I'm saying.
Yeah, you talking about Kobe. I mean,
Kobe Johnson. He was actually cooking. And I was like, all right, man, who is this? Like, he got game, man.
Yeah.
But I did see when he left, they were booing his ass.
Oh, yeah, they were. Yeah.
I mean, shit, you go to the crosstown rival, so what do you expect?
Yeah. No respect. And Scotty Boy said development still exists in the NBA.
Hey,
I would
Scotty
say
Boy.
yes. I was I give you
Certain
an example.
teams. certain teams.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham in Detroit developed, and I think
they gave Cade Cunningham a chance to
but
spread his wings.
and that's what I was
Like,
gonna say. I was gonna say
he
that
was already nice.
that was
Like,
the perk of not having a superstar on the roster and having a bunch of young guys, and you guys taking your lumps early, but you learning how to play and continuing to get better.
well, that's a good example. That's a
Like,
good example of that. Yeah.
so you got him, you got a lot of young guys. You got Jalen Duren, you got Asar Thompson. Like they got a nice young core.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it comes with taking lumps. And sometimes that coach that you started with may not be the coach that's there when you finally start to see it through and you
Oh,
start
yeah,
to turn a
it's
corner and start winning games.
yeah, for sure.
So I mean, yeah, that's that's kind of the ups and downs. Like another one, Paulo Banchero. Paulo
In
Banchero
Orlando.
came in. There was really nobody in Orlando, and he was able to play through it
Uh,
and turn a corner.
you see it with Cooper Flag
Absolutely.
in Dallas. I mean, they have guys, but they're not
Yeah, well,
playing.
Kyrie's out.
Yeah, Kyrie is out,
Out.
AD is out.
Yeah.
So he's getting an opportunity to play and develop. And I mean, you saw from the beginning of the season when we were talking about, okay, Jason Kidd has him out there running point.
Yes.
And we were like, well, shoot, it's tough because that's not what he does. But in the long run, he'd be better for it. And even though it was short lived, I bet he saw the game differently. And it probably made him adjust to the speed of it
faster,
quicker than he would have,
absolutely,
just running the wing. No pun intended, but
way to plug that in there. Way to plug it
running
in.
the wing in the building, y'all. But yeah, no, but that's another example. But I mean, a lot of these teams, if you look at OKC, when SGA went there, were you saying SGA was a superstar or a star?
No, but we said this, that he had the luxury of playing with Chris Paul.
Right.
Who does a really good job of developing young players. Like you look at a David West with Chris Paul, how he looked.
Yeah.
You look at how Tyson Chandler looked with Chris Paul. Like you looked at how like DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, how they looked with Chris Paul.
Right.
Chris Paul has been a really good complementary piece to the development of a lot of guys in the NBA.
Right. But I was also speaking to your point. I didn't want to cut you off. I was saying that SGA, you didn't look at him as he's the bona fide star, like he's a superstar when he first went to OKC.
Yes, correct.
So the no star and young players combination existed with OKC. And he just happened to develop into that guy as the other guys also develop into who they have become.
True.
So they got it,
true.
Tenfold or whatever you want to say. They doubled down on the development side of the game. Got lucky with SGA and another, what did I say? Dumb decision,
by the Clippers.
By the Clippers. We can keep counting them, I said the Russell Westbrook thing before. Look at what they gave up to get Paul George from OKC and essentially gifted OKC a future MVP. I mean, hindsight is 2020. It's just still, this is what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway.
The another one, one that kind of goes against what I was going to say is Philly. Philly had Embiid. They had Harden. They had Maxey. Maxey was able to develop in spite of that around him.
I was You know what though? I will say this though. The point guard position may be a little bit different because Embiid's not gonna be bringing the ball up.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so it's gonna be in Maxi's hands. He has to be a decision maker and has to grow into a sound decision maker. So as a PG, you gonna have to get busy regardless. But the thing that allowed his development to go even further is when guys are out. Now he's able to assert himself offensively and
Yep.
not just be the floor general and getting people involved and stuff like that. So he can do both. And if you ask me, he's that guy over there.
He is. And I mean, I'll say they're still developing because you look at Edgecombe.
And
Edgecombe
he is
and Jared McCain
yeah, McCain.
as well. Like
Yeah.
they
But
got
for
some young
for
guys to
for
get.
the Sixers,
Mhm.
McCain will be a second unit leader.
Yes.
He will and I'm this is no shot at him. It's just
Oh,
he will
certainly
never
is.
yeah. He will never be the lead guard there. He's always going to be like a second unit, a stabilizer type of guy, and he's
Yeah.
still getting busy. The what's going to be interesting is when his rookie deal is up, right? What
Mhm.
do you do at that point? Of course, you got to determine how your team's looking and all that kind of stuff. But there's going to be some other teams who are like, we want to
Yeah.
pluck Jared McCain. And then you'll really get a chance to see like what is he all about?
Yeah.
Like is he a first unit starter? Is he a star? Is he an all-star? Is he that type of stuff. But right now he's in a pocket and he's flourishing in that pocket. Like he's playing well. Good rookie season, following up. I know he had some injuries, right? But
Yes. Probably could have made an argument for rookie of the year had he not gotten hurt.
yeah. I don't know how his numbers are looking this year. Do you know? I'm gonna take a quick look.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick look.
Another team like with development, you look at like the San Antonio Spurs, a young team, they're taking their lumps, but the last 2 seasons they've produced rookie of the years.
Yeah, man.
And Wemby, who is on the verge of being a superstar,
Yeah.
and Stephon Castle.
Castle, who was also the beneficiary of the tutelage of Chris Paul. I think that's understated, man.
It is, man. It
Yeah.
is.
McCain's averaging 6.4 points,
And how many games?
1.6 assists, 2.2 rebounds. I don't know how many games he's played.
Okay.
These are it's just showing me
Gotcha.
his season averages. Let me I'll go over here and take a look.
That preseason makes a difference, man. Not playing in the preseason, missing a summer.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Let's see. So he has played. Oh, this ain't telling me either. Anyway, let's go on. I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure out what he's got going on.
Man, and last but not least, man, it was some history made. College basketball. 3 freshmen on Saturday scored at least 40 points on the same day.
Okay.
First time in NCAA history that this happened. You had AJ DeBonsta with 43 points against and that he plays for BYU. That was against Utah.
Mm-hmm.
You have Kingston Fleming, and that was a win, by the way. Kingston Flemings, who had 42 points. He plays for Houston, and they played against Texas Tech. They lost to Texas Tech. And then you had Keaton Wagler that plays for Illinois. He had 46 points in a win over the number 4 ranked Purdue Boilermakers. But yeah, first time in college history that you had 3 freshmen on the same day go for 40 or more points.
Okay.
And you had 5 freshmen. You actually had 2 other freshmen go for over 30 points. You had Cameron Boozer go for 30, and I can't remember the last guy. But shout out to them. My bad.
I can't remember the last guy. You was putting respect on people's names, and look at how you doing here, man.
Last guy.
Damn. I mean, and I didn't really have time to like break down the offensive styles and see like, you know, what Houston runs, what BYU runs, and all that type of stuff.
And
I would like to have had time to do that, but that would kind of give me an idea of, well, where is this player getting his buckets from? Where does he fit in the offense? Is it centered around him? Like, I know what's going on in BYU.
And my bad, the last guy that did it was Darius Acuff for Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, BYU runs a pro style offense, man. Kevin Young was a offensive pro assistant coach for the Phoenix Suns back when they had Kevin Durant a couple years ago. So
yeah, and you know that suits the monster style.
Yes.
So
no, absolutely.
Yeah. But Houston, I know Houston stresses defense.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like, you know, forcing turnovers, pushing the pace and stuff like that. So, you know, if you cooking and you're running, I could see somebody running up the numbers there. What was the other school?
The third.
That's still impressive though, like 40, dropping 40. And these are all true freshmen?
Yeah, these are all true freshmen. So Devonta, let's say, damn, I got to go back and look at it now. I'm over here tripping. Keaton Wagner for Illinois.
Okay.
That was on the road against number 4 ranked Purdue. That's a hard place to play, Purdue. And so for him to do that, man, yeah, that was pretty damn impressive. He's had a solid season this year, but not even a solid. He's had a good season. He's averaging like 17.7 a game. Keaton Wagler. So, you know, all 3 of these guys, they'll all be in the NBA next year. This year, excuse me. They'll all be in the NBA this time next season.
Okay.
Don't see them going back to school. But yeah, nonetheless, pretty interesting that they were able to do that. Want to give a special shout out before we go to my man Koa Pete at the University of Arizona, who is 21-0 and still has not lost a college game. Shout out to you, Koa. There's other freshmen on the team.
Is he gonna be a one and done?
Yeah, he's out. Yeah,
he's been.
Him and Braden Burries, they out.
He's been cooking.
And you know, Bryce James, who's on the University of Arizona, you're redshirting, but has still not experienced what it's like to lose a college game or being a losing locker room in college. Shout out to you. It was a close game last night, man. They escaped. They only won by 3 against BYU. You know, referees, they tried to give it away, man. They kept it close. I think Arizona was up by 8 or 9 with a minute left. And yeah, at BYU, and BYU came back, had a chance to win. And yeah, Arizona prevailed.
Okay. Man, before we get out of here, I had put up a short about LeBron James being the first overall draft pick to win the MVP, the NBA MVP. So that was 2013.
Wow.
Here are some of the guys who are first overall. We've talked about a couple of them, a few of them actually. We talked about Cade Cunningham. I think you said a little something about Wembanyama. Do you think any of these guys are any number one overall out there? Do you see any of them getting an NBA MVP anytime soon? Which one do you think will be the next after LeBron to get it?
I know you were trying to make it even with the pictures, but we gotta get Karl Anthony Towns out of there.
Hey.
You need to be symmetrical. I get it.
Oh, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, we gotta take Karl out. We probably gotta take Zion out of there too.
Hey, if they aren't pictured, listen, they don't have to be pictured here.
Yeah.
There's some other number one overalls.
I know.
But who do you think would be the next one to win the NBA MVP?
I gotta go with the Frenchman.
Okay.
Victor.
Because you also have a Cooper Flag. Is he gonna be in the hunt anytime soon?
Not anytime soon. Yeah, I can't see him winning the MVP. No.
Okay. So his would, even if he did, it would be way later down the line.
Yes. But I see Victor. I see Anthony Edwards. Because like Minnesota needs a lot out of him every night to contend and to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them two being in that position. I don't see it with Banchero. I could see Banchero at some point being all NBA first team. I could see Cade Cunningham at some point being all NBA first team, but I can't see them winning the MVP.
Okay. All right, man. Just
who you got?
It'll probably be Wembanyama. Yeah, it'll be Wembanyama. Zion is just kind of falling out of favor.
Yeah.
It could be Anthony Edwards, but man, I don't know if you saw the All-Star voting, which is kind of crazy. Anthony Edwards doesn't appear to be a super fan favorite, because there are a lot of guys who got more votes than him in the fan department, and not necessarily media either, which was kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. The fan voting numbers don't
it's crazy because it's going global.
The numbers just seem a little shaky. They seem extra low.
It does. Have you seen them? It's crazy. It really seems low.
Yeah, like
it really seems low. But I would say I'd put my money on those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama. Cade Cunningham won't. I don't think they'll give him enough love, show him enough love for him to get an MVP. Which, yeah,
he's not in the right market.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
And one would say, well, what about Anthony Edwards? I mean, KG won it in that market. Like, when has Detroit, when have they ever had an MVP? I don't think they've ever had one.
Yeah.
They've had a finals MVP.
Yeah,
But
they're and this team is kind of a physical type.
Yeah.
Gritty. I'm not gonna say that it's like the Bad Boys, but yeah, it's not
yeah, they're blue collar.
There you go, blue collar.
Yeah. They're bringing their hard hats.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, there's some guys just Andrew Wiggins was the number one. He's still
come on.
I'm just listen, don't hey, you disrespecting already.
I'm not disrespecting.
Look, Ben Simmons was the number one. He's not active.
Yeah,
Markelle Fultz was the number one. He's not active. DeAndre Ayton is with your squad. Not gonna.
Yeah,
you can go out on a strong limb and say he won't get one.
Wait. So you said I was taking some respect off of Andrew Wiggins, but then you turn around and say that about
hey, look, did I disrespectfully make my point? You just straight dismissing. You can't even say that. You like
well, I'm saying at this point in his career, he's on the he's
okay.
We've seen his best days, Andrew Wiggins. No disrespect to
him. Okay.
And then he's been in the league over 10 years.
Paolo Banchero, and you had mentioned him earlier. I said you said Victor Wembanyama. You said something about him earlier too.
I think he's all NBA first team. I think he'll get all NBA first team at some point.
Okay. All right. You know, I'm just throwing some names out there, you know, and Kyrie Irving, which, you know, going into the later stages of his career, coming off some injuries. Anthony Davis.
No.
And it was crazy because at one point, Anthony Davis was supposed to be that dude taking over the league.
He was. He really was.
Man.
And where'd he go wrong?
Going to the Lakers.
I was gonna say that, man.
Yeah. Going to the Lakers.
Because essentially he seeded and became the number 2 guy.
Yeah, and just gotta stay healthy. But yeah, going to the Lakers. Yeah.
You didn't mention Zachary Richache.
Hey man. Yeah, you just did. What do you want to say about him?
Will he be in the MVP voting?
I don't think so. What?
It's only been 2 years, man.
No, listen, I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying we were talking about the Hawks earlier. He's not the guy.
You're right.
Yeah, he's not the guy. So no, I don't. And for that reason, I'm out. Nah, but he's you know, it's Jalen Johnson and Daniels.
My pick to win the most improved player.
Oh yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker will get most improved.
Yeah, go on and talk about it, man.
I think the finalists, depending on how long Nikola Jokic is out, the finalists will be him, Peyton Watson, and what is Jay's the guard from Jay Mitchell. What's his name? Is it Jay Mitchell? Mitchell from
Miami?
OKC. No, from OKC.
Oh.
From OKC. Yeah, those 3 are going to be the finalists. Okay. Mitchell and OKC has been cooking, like chefing, with the absence of J-Dub. When J-Dub was out, you know, Mitchell was cooking, dog, and still continuing to cook. At some points, he was inserted into the starting lineup, and they didn't miss a beat. So, yeah, I see those 3. I see Nickeil Alexander-Walker winning it with him. Like, his points have jumped over 11 points per game this season. So, and with his assist and rebounds jumping, Atlanta just needs to make the playoffs, and that'll
Yeah.
make it that much sweeter.
Yeah, and remember, I was telling you that they look like a team that could possibly get in there.
Yeah.
Remember that.
They're 9.
This was before the trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Well, anything else we want to let the people know about before we get on up out of here?
Absolutely. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe at Running the Wing. Go and
Please
check us
do.
out. We on
Please
YouTube,
do.
y'all.
Yeah, please do. All right, man. Well, appreciate y'all running the wing with us, man. We out.